What is going on, GMB pros? What is going on, family? Just pop into Facebook Live. This is the second live. This is probably about the fourth um, podcast webinar today. So I'm super excited, super jazzed, guys. So once again, just to remind everyone, the purpose of GMB Pros, mine and William's goal is twofold, right? One is to help you grow your agency, or number two is to help you get better results. And we do that by bringing on guests with the specialized subject to help you do those over-the-shoulder examples and dive deep into what we offer, or how, what they offer and how it can help you within your agency, again, to grow your agency or help get better results. And today I'm your special guest, guys. I'm your special guest, and we're talking about Aldus Local. Aldus Local, what it is, what it's about. So I'm going to dive deep into that, kind of give you some highlights, give you some introduction, and give you some guidance on how it can help you save money, how it's a VA. And it's a little bit more than just like, okay, that competitor analysis. It gives you the, okay, now what? It'll give you that particular that particular answer to what you're trying to look for as far as all this is concerned. So again, guys, let me go right into this. I'm gonna show you all this. Let's see, how can I do this? Boom, 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 boom. Let's do this. Bum, bum, bum. So just to start off, real quick, all this, what it is, let's see here. Let me get this going. So all this, right? So it's alduslocal.com. It's your local SEO superpower, right? So this is their website. You can get a little bit more information on here. The great part about it is you're getting in at the ground level. You're getting in at the beginning. So let me open this up for you guys here and just kind of go through this introduction for you. So all this, what is it? It's going to revolutionize the local SEO. It's going to have some automated Google My Business management and local SEO, guys. What is the ideal local SEO management software? What it includes? It's going to include accuracy in your geo grid maps. It's going to do some research, competitor analysis. Not only gives you that, but it's going to go a step above, like I mentioned earlier. Like, now what? We're going to go into that a little bit here. Posting for the client. If you have a very niche agency, this is going to help you with your posting. You can create one niche and it'll personalize it throughout all of your agencies. If you do karate studios, MMA studios, if you deal with churches, if you deal with doctors, if you deal with like locksmith or door garage, this is going to help you solidify and streamline, I should say. It's going to more streamline your posting for you. Targeting keywords optimization, the foundational GMP or GBP or optimization for you, reporting white label to your clients. Now, going back to step one, as far as accuracy in your geo maps, is based on trade area, right? It's not just a geo map because it's round, because it's square, or with its polygon where you draw it out yourself. It's with the purpose behind it. We'll get into each and every one of these sections, and then I'll jump into the software here for us. Okay. Again, accuracy with the geomap, with the geogrid mapping. So we have this like Zen saying, right? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But here's the critical part, the critical but it is critical that this step is in the right direction. And that's what we want to focus on, is not just to do grid maps, just to do grid maps, is to make right decisions, make the proper decisions based on data, not guessing, not this is as real as it can be when you start off in the right directions. And what we mean by trade area, and kind of to understand the trade area, is based off like retail. In the retail business, they really use this a lot. The trade area is divided into three sections: the primary, secondary, and like your residual, the fringe. So primary is where you're going to get about 75% of your clients. 20% is going to be on the secondary, and then the residual is going to be on the outer or the third level. Third area, or there's three basic areas that you're going to be focusing on to get your real customers and to take a look at your real competitors, right? And it's based on traffic patterns, it's based off of landmarks, freeway, traffic flow, how many people are in that particular area. That's where you get decisions like malls where they're set up, like big retail stores where they're set up, billboards where you get to set up. You can use that same technology, you can use that same principle that we're going to apply it here to the trade area. So let's go in deeper. Again, this is not something that we're guessing. This is data from the MRI. Simmons, they ran a survey of 60K consumers, and they came out with 87% of consumers travel about 15 minutes or less to make a purchase. So in our maps, that's kind of like between 15 to 20-minute drive time. Okay, that's what we do the drive time geogrids, and it takes a look at your location based off of your area, everything that I just mentioned, landmarks, traffic flow. It's your trade area where customers are willing to travel to get your location on real data, right? And it's different for each area. Obviously, LA traffic and suburban traffic and New York traffic is totally different. So it has all that built in on how to create these maps for you, how to create these grids, these trade area grids for you with the right data. It's based on that first step, so you can make those proper decisions. So what does this all mean, right? What does this really look like, right? We'll take an example of a square grid here. It fails to define the trade area properly. They just do a square grid because those are the options that you put in there. Now, they do have their purpose, but in our scenario, again, taking the right decisions and the right steps from the get-go, right? To find out where your real customers, where to focus your advertising dollars, and where to focus your marketing efforts, right? So on a square grid, a 9x9, it fails to define the proper trade area for you, where your real customers are and where your real competitors are. It excludes those two important things, right? It fails to include customers who are not in your trade area. So it's going to count people also and give you skew information of people that are not even in your area, or competitors that are not even in your area that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to. So it misses competitors, misses the customers, and it's not accurate. And as you can see here, the trade area is the grid in the back. If you were to do a squared, you're going to miss all these customers to the north. You're going to miss all these customers to the left, and you're missing some competitors that Aldus Local will compare you to and make some changes. And same for round GeoGrid. It has the same issues. You're going to miss the competitors. You're going to miss your clients, real clients within that trade area. It's not going to give you an area where you can focus on. So hopefully I cleared that up, painted a good picture as far as trade area and where all this starts off you in the right direction, so you can compare yourself and go after your right clients. Okay, so with Aldus Local, it takes a grid and driving map based off drive time geogrid mapping, right? It's patent pending. It's going to enhance your accuracy of your target based on drive time geogrids to provide you with understanding of your customers and where they're coming from. Okay, realistic customer reach, right? It's just not oh, I rank in an 80-mile radius, 100-mile radius. Well, so what? Because at the end of the day, is how many phone calls you're getting, how many customers are coming to you, how many jobs you're booking. With this is more realistic, based on drive time, geo grids on who your real customers are. And it also helps you focus on who your competitors are so you can analyze the optimize your resources, especially if you're doing mailers, right? This is a great area that you want to focus on, especially with your dentist. If you do mailers, what area do you want to focus? Because you know they're willing to drive at least within 15-minute drive time of your location. It improves local SEO, which helps tailor more effective, precise, boost your visibility in these particular areas. And this is, again, patent pending technology based on the MRI service. So, you know, all this mapping is going to target 95% of actual customers, right? So we have this bakery here in New York. They were doing excellent online, but they weren't really getting their local area. So it's different in New York, right? Our friends like Mike Merlino, he's from there. He knows that the traffic. Brett Marletta, he knows about traffic in New York and whatnot. And it's a way different than Florida, than California, and Texas, and anywhere else. So this this bakery, we were able to increase their visibility locally to help improve their local sales locally, because they were doing fantastic online. Okay, so again, it takes your specific area geo mapping based on trade area. Now, drive time targeting, all this is the only one that has it right now, targeting your trade area geomaps based on drive time and polygon. There's one other one that I know that does the polygon where you draw it, but it's a lot different, and it just kind of makes me wonder where they kind of got that from. So all this, you know, compared to Local Viking, SEMrush, Bright Local, and other tools that are out there, we're the only ones that do this. Gives you your geo map based on your trade area, based on drive time. Now, second thing that we want to focus on is keyword optimization. Aldus Local features optimal keyword strategies for local domination, right? So it was going to recommend keywords for you that are top, that are searched at the top, high performing keywords. We're going to analyze the search volume, measure the population for that keyword, market visibility for that keyword, compare competitor keyword analysis, so it identifies what your competitors are also going, and it will give you cost per click, so you can kind of determine the KPI and your return on investment. Now, one thing I want to point out with this section, not only does it give you this, so for example, you want to really focus on those high money keywords, right? Not necessarily geo modified keywords, is, you know, the near me dentist, let's say, top dentist near me, like I said, top, you know, all the money main keywords. That way, once you dominate that with your brand, once you dominate your particular area, then you can go a little bit step further, and then you can do specialized services, Invisalign, root canals, teeth whitening, right? All the services that go along with it. But we want to make sure we optimize their keywords based on this. And not only does it give you the keywords based on this, but it's going to compare your competitors, because there's a lot of tools that give you this, but Aldus Local is going to give you the now what, or what to do with that. Okay, this is, a lot of decisions are based on data, and it's going to give you, because of your competitors in your trade area, the real competitors within your trade area that are taking business from you. This is why we recommend this. This is why we recommend that, or based off the recommended keywords, the analysis, the market visibility. This is what we recommend you do. Okay. And we'll get into a little bit on those features. And this is what I'm talking about, competitor analysis based on the research, right? It's going to auto detect. It's going to give you an Aldus score, and then do auto tasking within the system. So you see an example here. It's going to give you like the Aldus score. Excuse me, guys. It's going to give you the Aldus score. Let me do this real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's fine. The Aldus score. So on the right side, you can see the Aldus score. Then it's going to take all those recommendations. Now, mind you guys, there's AI built into this, but we still want human eyeballs. It's not the answer, the end all. Like, I'm going to let the AI know. There's still errors. It is a tool. It's one of the better, sharper tools out there. You're still going to have to go in here and put some eyeballs. One, to see the suggestions that it's recommending, and it's going to take your website and your Google business profile, and it's all based off your trade area, local SEO. So this is all geared to local SEO. Make the decisions of what is going on with your competitors, best practices, white hat. So another thing that I want to point out, this tool is approved by Google. Google put eyes on this tool. Google gave it its blessing. So, the things that we recommend, Google knows we're recommending these things based on best practices and what they like to see, right? Based off of experts in SEO, what or John actually calls the Boy Scout plan, right? Not necessarily black hat, not gray hat. This is something that's going to move the needle, that is effective for the long haul. So again, it's going to take the Aldus score, look at it, you approve it, and then from the Aldus score, you're going to have an Aldus kind of like a VA, right? It's going to take based off of the score, based off of what it says it needs to do from the competitors, and give you some suggestions, right? It's going to go into the GMB optimization, the AI optimization, content, and auto recommendation. So you see on the right side, it'll take your GMB. You can lock your listing right from in here. You can take a look at your description based on those keywords and your competitor. It'll make some suggestions as well based on your trade area. So if I go back here a little bit, it's going to take your competitor analysis. It's going to give you an Aldus score, this is what we recommend based off your competitor analysis and based off of best practices with Google's blessing. Then it's going to allow you to optimize still into different sections that allow you to optimize and give you recommendations. You still need to approve everything. Nothing is on autopilot. Then it's going to take you to the Aldus Assistant. So this is where I think it's going to save you guys time and money, right? Because now based off of that, Aldus and this assistant, it's like a genius VA. You don't have to guess. It's going to create auto creation and posting on Facebook and Instagram and your Google business profile, Q&A. It's going to auto response to reviews. It's going to auto run weekly for your competitive reports. Okay, so for those clients that, hey, what have you done for me this week? What have you done for me this week? We got you covered, because with this system, we have it running, some of the stuff running hourly, weekly, monthly. So every day you're gonna, or every month you're gonna have this list, and whatever you knock off that list is gonna throw it to a report. Keep that tally, so hey, you can communicate with your client. Hey, this is what we did for you this week. This is what we did for you. This is the difference on what we have done. So this is going to help maintain, so your VA or yourself can come in and don't have to guess like, man, I've done everything I can. Guys, this is kind of like John calls it, like we tell our kids, make your bed, right? Make your bed, start off your day with little wins. This is like, okay, make your bed, do the foundational stuff, the best practices. That way, all the other stuff will grow and it'll make a better impact. So this is where it'll send you tons of SEO labor, because you literally can come in here and follow the directions. You can look at it, approve it, change it, right from in here with this Aldus Assist. So hopefully, and I'll get into that to paint the better picture as well. With auto posting, this is what it'll look like. It has a great AI. You put the keyword in there, it'll create a post. You can bulk post if you have the same niche, and each GMB, if it's in the same niche, it'll create a unique post for each one of those. There's AI image generating, there's auto scheduling, and there's going to be a bucket, a URL that you can give your clients, and they can upload pictures automatically. So that bucket, all this will take from that bucket and create posts from that bucket. It'll recognize it and create posts. That way they can be real images, and we take care of all the SEO, image SEO in the back end for you to take a look at your map, see where your weakest at, and then put the image in that area so you can create those posts with those specific areas in mind. So it's white labeling report, guys. We don't have it to you sell the software to other people, but once you put your client on here, we give you white label setup. So this platform, you can represent it as yours. So a couple of things. So I still run my own agency, and this is kind of like some of these ideas came from me running. If you had those clients that had like 20 good things that you've done, and there's one or two that sections that really are not the most positive, they're going to focus on those two. So we have the ability to kind of hide the performance elements or the performance trends that are not as positive. That way we can highlight what we've done. We can highlight the positives that are on there. And your customers better. You can include those, so you can give them the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those that have spoken to me or Nick or gotten an email from Nick, we do give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So schedule reports that you can choose with your clients, either weekly or monthly. You can compare your reports. You can see progress. And we can also do prospecting by creating maps in the trade area to give you your competitor reports for prospecting too. And I'll get into that as well. So here's some case studies. This is a car repair shop, guys. Again, we maintain the GMB best practices. We worked on the website. We worked on this daily with the other tools that you have, maybe for your website, that you can deploy. And this is kind of some couple case studies. And one of the things that I highlighted here is those increased calls, those increased jobs that you get from a trade area, a geomap trade area. Those are your real clients, and these are some of the results that you can get by focusing on the right area with the right customers that are willing to travel to you, or it's within driving distance, because this will also work for service area businesses as well. So 42% increase in calls with this particular client. Local bakery that I was telling you about, that we increased their local foot traffic and their local visibility, which helped them increase their calls by 45%. Dentists, again, same thing, increased their calls, increased their appointments calls by 26%. So guys, this is some of the key areas and benefits of for members. If the agency is going to save you hundreds of local SEO tasks, because you never have to wonder after you maybe went through your stops, after you went through your process, man, what else can I do? All this score, all this assist, and that's built in. It's going to take your real competitors and give you, hey, do this or do that, or have you done this? So it's going to help you nothing to fall through the cracks, right? So it'll save you hundreds of hours, because some of this data, some of this information that we're comparing, some of it is done hourly, some of it is done weekly, and some of it is done monthly. So it's going to replace tons of tools from posting to automation to geomaps, tools. It's going to create a lot of, your prospecting tools. It's going to, one thing, I've been on a few phone calls with agencies, and they literally, man, I can cancel this. I can cancel this. Man, this is saving me time with my VA. Here recently, I'm having trouble with my VA with communication and getting my ideas translated so they can understand with my processes. There's no thinking with all this and the suggestion. They can just go in there, read it, approve it, and it's off to the races. Guys, we want to give we want to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. So we give you a 30-day money back. We want you to put, 5, 10, 15 profiles in there. And we want you to use it, deploy it, right? With that peace of mind, this 30-day money back guarantee. And this is a local SEO all-in-one solution for your local SEO projects that you're running. Okay. Now, one thing, we want to make this super affordable, right? It's a one low price per month per location. Now, guys, I want to emphasize this is a beta. This is the launching right from the beginning. So we don't want to nickel and dime you with, there is credit basis on here, but what we give you should be enough to carry you with the images. If you get your clients, how many times you can auto post, all that. It's already built into it. But if you really want to go gangbusters, there is some credits. But for the most part, I want to make this affordable. So it's effective for your client. There's money, there's meat on the bone for you to be profitable with this platform. Now, those that get in with the beta, special pricing, one thing, at least, I don't know, a year or two, you're locked into that. We're kind of looking, because there's a lot of data in the back end. So we're trying to figure out, okay, we want to make sure that it's a win-win for everybody. But at the very least, you're locked into this price. It's not going to go up till the price does go up. But for everybody at the beginning, you get to lock this in. So I want to make sure that it was very affordable for everyone that's on there. This is your powerhouse local SEO tool, guys. So all this is fine and dandy, right? Let me go ahead, and what I'll do is I'll go into the software itself, right? So let me go in here. That way it gives you an idea of what this software looks like when you log in. This is kind of what it is. Now, another question that's popped up, guys. Hey, I spread out, including myself. I have more than one email with different GMBs in it. That is fine. You get charged per profile you put in there, no matter where they're at, right? So, that was a question that came up, which is fine. You just need to connect those emails on here. And once you connect them, I can help you with the onboarding. It's super, super easy. So this is kind of what it looks like once you're in here. We have a few clients on here. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to onboard one. Okay, we're going to add a business. Now, mind you, for time's sake, I've already added it or connected the Gmails, right? So it's already knows where they're coming from. So it's bringing in everything. Another thing I want to point out here with Google, again, this is a Google approved a tool, and you can see, Google, we use their logo, and there has to be text for those that have had different products. They know Google does not just like their logo on there. So this is a very safe tool. It's Google approved. Once again, we're going to add this Johnson Service Company out here in Corona. So we select it and we continue. That's the right GMB. So we're going to select it. Again, this is all based off of drive time. So we're going to make this, we'll say 16 minutes, right? Confirm the drive time. It's going to do its thing. It's analyzing, it's gathering the geo, like driving distance. It's looking at the actual area. Here's a perfect example, guys. See, it notices the hill. It notices it's almost like an X, because in this area you have the 15 freeway. Those that are familiar with the Southern California and the 91, it's taking a look at the traffic patterns, the population, the actual area of landmarks on there. And this is what it's saying, that the drive time, that people are willing to drive within 15 or 16 minutes. So we're going to confirm that. And then again, it's going to go into, like, it's going to suggest some keywords, right? So we're going to give it a second. It's analyzing, gathering everything. Boom, there you go. So it gives you more. It'll show you a lot more as you go along. As you can see, it gives you some of these. It'll give you the bid range. So if you start ranking for this particular keywords, this is what the organic is worth. Once you can put a dollar amount on this organic traffic keywords that you're ranking. So we just could add them. You can add up to 10, right? Junk removal near me, waste management, pickup, debris removal service, junk removal and moving junk removal, right? Let's see, we're at 6. So they just, you can put your brand in here, large trash pickup. Let's see what we have. You can take a look at some of this that gives us the competition, the keyword, the average monthly search. Okay, junk removal services, yep. And then you can see what it is down here, right? Some of this is already in there for you. So let's see, garbage removal services, cheapest junk removal. Let's see, junk removal cost, garbage removal. We'll just do that one. Okay, there's our 10, right? Once we do that, boom, boom. Okay, so I've already added some of this as far as the orders confirmed. So give it a second. Boom, it's going to start creating the account. It throws it in here, and now all this, it's going to start researching your local keywords, top competitors, and then it's going to go to the advisor. As you can see here, it's going to go to the advisor. All of these things, it's going to do, it's going to do its thing, right? So it takes a few minutes because there's, again, a lot of data that it's analyzing, keywords that it's analyzing, right? So we're going to let it do its thing. So let me go into a different one here. We'll do the seal coding, okay? And let's see here. And you can kind of see it there. It's creating the mapping, the analyzing everything for Aldus Assist and all the scorecard. So this is what it kind of looks like when it's in there. Does Google Business Profile have a good review rating, right? So this is a new GMB, but it's looking at your reviews. Does the Google My Business Profile have a website URL set, right? Does it have the right website on there? And then once, you can click on it to dismiss it because you did it, and then it'll do its recalculation for you. Does Google Business Profile create local posts on a regular basis? So all the best practices, all the stuff we know that make a difference, and we take it a step further for you. So with this particular profile, it has a score, and then based off that score, your Aldus Assist is going to tell you, hey, add a service to your Google Business Profile. It tells you what service you can add. You can add it right from here. Okay. Add a service to your Google. So this is based on your competitors. As you can see, you can dismiss it or you can add it. We want to get eyeballs on this. One other thing I want to get on here, it even does your posts. So you can schedule your posts. It already did the heavy lifting for you. Hashtags, the actual image. Now this is an AI image, but just to give you an idea, it'll embed the phone number, it'll embed the actual code. Let's say your VA comes here, okay, Aldus Assist is telling me do this. You get to this post, you can schedule the post. It takes you to the scheduler. Instagram and Facebook is coming, so we tell it we're going to put it to Google My Business. It generated a text for you. If you want to do something for you, you can generate the text, put the keyword, and it'll generate all this for you. This is the preview of what that looks like. Now, guys, if you have a custom, like a banner, you can create a custom banner where you already have it pre-filled with the QR code, maybe your logo, QR code, address, whatever, that banner you want around your picture to enhance the SEO, to enhance the SEO for your local. You can make that custom. I normally just put the banner or the logo and the phone number, call today, on every single image. Okay. If you don't like it, you can just come in here and change it. What I'll do is I'll put previous posts. I'll put the NAP information right into the post as well. As you can see, it's already giving you the phone number, but I'll do little things. You can change it. This is AI. You can change it. Again, you have to approve this. We don't, but we do the heavy lifting for you. And this is actually pretty darn cool. As far as what it comes up with on the text. Again, like I mentioned, guys, this is the actual bucket for this client, okay? We can give them the tool. We give them this URL and they upload images, real jobs, and then the AI knows that this will be their bucket. And this is the first spot you really want to go into to grab your images. There's some stock images that you can look up. There's AI generated images as well. And these are just your media, what you have on there that you can do. Some examples of some of the stuff that we try to do already. If you select an image, guys, you can go in here, edit the image, make sure that it's centered. You always do one-on-one as far as the ratio. Center, save the image. It'll do the modifications, and then you select the image. It'll place it on there. You do your banner, you do your copy, call to action. Aldus Assist is going to give you the recommendation based off your competitors, how many times they're posting, right? So you can save as a draft, and you can even schedule. If you like this, it's already scheduled. So if you go to the post, there it is right there. So it's going to post on Saturday. You can move this around. We only do one post a week, so this is going to be able to create that post. You can edit this post, the time and date you want this to be posted. And then you can have this section right on here on for posting. Okay. So you can create this, you can move it as far as you're posted, but this is all based on all this assist that you go in there and approve their suggestions. You can recalculate the score because it's going to take it from what it's suggesting, because it's going off of your competitors within your trade area where your real customers and real competitors are. It does your local key tracking, guys. Okay, you can see where you're at. You can change the dates on there. You can view your maps. Okay, so we'll do this particular map. This is the on this one. Yeah, I believe this is their particular trade area, right? You can see the competitors that's on here. Again, based on 20-minute drive time. It's about a 27 square mile area. Okay, this is a grid type of, it's based on driving drive time, right? So you can take a look at that. Go back to the business and SEO Coding Masters. Take a look at that. They're ranking #1 in their trade area for this particular account. So market visibility based on there, you can see that they're #1. #2 is their other location without, it's a service-based area. So you can see that. Organic keywords tracking, you can track that in here. We're also going to add Bing to this coming up. Your competitors, again, the overview. Again, this ties in the local not only with your Google profile, but also your website. So we're going to have a backlink analysis on this. Your posting is on this. I shared a little bit. It has your tracking of your overall performance. You can lock the listing, take a look at the listing itself. The performance, like I mentioned, this is the overall. It takes each section, posting, current, recent reviews. This is more your keywords, where you're at with them. This is just your reviews that it'll show, and your local posts. It'll also do some reports. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see. Refresh it. So as you can see, the overall, let me come in here. This is the overall details, performance, reviews, and local posts. And what I want to show you is the reports. I ran reports on some of these. Try to give you some reports. Give you some examples. Here we go. So this is kind of some examples of what the report will look like. Oops, let me refresh it. Okay. Why? Let's try. Here you go. Perfect. So this is what some of the reports would look like. Local score. This section didn't have reports, but just to give you an example, what the kind of reports that it'll give you based on reviews, post images, what we've done. So this is just to kind of show you what that report looks like. Now, again, this is a sample account here. And so also on here in your business setting, this is where you can do, again, drive time, radius, we have all that. You can do your cover for the postings, or you can customize one for yourself. It's one or the other on here. And you can link the different profiles, remove it, as far as if you have one email with multiple GMBs, this is where you would connect it. So let me go in here. Again, these are the, you can use the search for prospecting. So I did a local plumber based on plumber. I just did it, I don't know, 6 days ago. You can view, you can use this for grids. You can show the client this. This is a GeoGrid based off drive time, geo mapping grid. So it takes a look at the freeway, the landmarks, timing. That way, this particular client that I did this for, where their average ranking is, their market visibility, their market visibility. Oops. And you, again, you can use this for prospecting with a real map. You can start farming what that particular location is. If you want to look at, man, why am I 10 up here? Who's beating me up there? Those are your real competitors right here, right? What do they have? What are the reviews? And all this will take a look at all of this for you. They're going to take how often they're posting. So, but this is for your prospecting tool to help you with that. Okay. And then once you get them in there as clients, it's going to take, okay, we have all that everything, all that data to compare. Now, what do we do with that data? This is going to help you with posting, review response. It's going to help you make sure nothing falls between the crack. And it's constantly, again, we're not going to nickel and dime you with this particular tool. The stuff you have on there, it's already going to do it automatically. Some of it, like again, hourly, weekly, monthly, and then give you the task on what to do once you go in there and take a look at your score with all this assist. It'll bring those together and you can execute them. Same with your reviews. You know, where right here, your reviews. Hey, you haven't replied to these reviews, get it done. Okay. So guys, hopefully you found some value in this. I wanted to really dive into the actual software, what it does, what like my presentation, what that looks like. So just come on to Aldus Local, get started, book an appointment with myself, and go over any questions, any personal applications you may have, and help you get set up, help you get this set up for you and rolling. Be happy to help you with that. So let me go here. So guys, let me see if there's any questions on Facebook. Any questions so far, guys, at all? Let me take a look at Facebook. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any questions. Those that are catching the replay, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to book a call right here on Aldus Local, like where I showed you. And yeah, guys, this is Aldus Local. It's coming out. I'll be having like some office hours on the applications that I'm in with my agency on a daily basis. That way you can see over the shoulder how it's applied, how we use it, how we can execute and help our clients. One, this is going to answer to those, what have you done for me this week? What have you done for me this week? You have a task to give them. It has real reports as far as their real trade area, geo maps that are, you can see their competitors and where their clients are coming in, so you can increase their real sales or their phone calls, their appointments, depending on your niche. And it's going to help you. Nothing will fall through the cracks because it's always going to analyze based on competitors moving in and out, based on new areas that are built out, whatnot, shopping centers, traffic patterns. It'll analyze all of that for you. So with that being said, guys, much love, much success, and I'll catch you on the next one.